Hello future doctors, welcome back to the channel BioPulse, and this is Chandrika. Today is day 26 and then one of the most important chapter I can say, we are discussing the neural control and then coordination. Our body performs thousands of activities every second, from thinking and breathing to moving and reacting, isn't it? But how are all these actions controlling so smoothly and instantly? Yes, the answer lies in the nervous system. Yes, that is because of the nervous system, which acts like the body's control and communication network. It receives information, processes it, and then sends to quick response through the electrical signals. So in this chapter we will explore how brain, spinal cord and nerves work together to coordinate body functions and response to stimuli, and also maintain balance with the help of the sense organs. So if I talk about the questions of how much you can expect from this chapter, that is 2 to 3 questions you can expect, and it is that questions will be easy and then scoring from this chapter. So don't skip this chapter while you prepare for your NEET examination. So let's dive into the question and answerings. That is, first question for this chapter is question number 1. The coordination is considered as an important process in an animal body because A. It helps to maintain homeostasis. B. It enables different organs to interact and function efficiently. C. It ensures the normal functioning of the vital organs. D. All of this. So this is the right option because all the functions are important. Coordinations are there. Second question. The neural system within the human body provides A. Chemical coordination through the hormones. B. Point-to-point connections. C. Electrical coordination. D. Both B and C. So here the right option is option D. Both B and C are correct. Point-to-point connections and then electrical coordination. Next, that is question number 3. Neurons are specialized cells of nervous system in A. Humans only. B. All vertebrates only. C. Mostly all animals including vertebrate and then invertebrates. And then D. Both A and B. So here the right option is option C. Mostly all animals including vertebrates and then invertebrates. Next question. Question number 4. The neurons in all animals are capable of first, detecting various stimuli in environment. Yes, of course, this is right. Sensory neurons, that is a specialized receptors, detect what charges in the internal and external environment. Second one, receiving and transmitting stimuli to CNS. This one is also right. Third one, processing various internal and external stimuli. So select the most appropriate answer. This one is also right. 1, 2, 3 are right. So all are right here. Next one, fifth question. The nervous system of Hydra is composed of A. Brain and then peripheral nerve. B. Network of neuron. C. Ganglia and plexuses. And then D. Brain and the nerve nets. So here the right option is network and neuron. Next question, question number 6. Why is nervous system of insects considered better organized as compared to Hydra and Planaria? A. Because insects possess brain, ganglia and neural tissue. Yes, of course, insects exhibits a higher level of the cephalization, that is concentration of the nerve tissue at the head, including the that is including the brain, segmental arrangement, that is ganglia, and then complex neuron tissue. So this one is right for the sixth one. Next, seventh question. The ganglia found in insect are A. Masses of fat bodies, B. Aggregated neuron which gives off nerves, C. Point where numerous neurons meet, D. Degenerated neuron masses. So here the right option is option B. Next one, eighth assertion and reason type of question. Here assertion is nervous system and then endocrine system joint coordinate and integrate activities of the organs. Yes, this one is true. B. Endocrine system regulate all the activities of the nervous system. This one is false actually, because endocrine system doesn't regulate all the activities of the nervous system. It is often the other way around. The hypothalamus, that is a part of nervous system, regulates the pituitary gland, which controls what? Much of the endocrine system. So this one is wrong. So the right option will be option C. Assertion is true and then reason is false. Next question, question number 9. Assertion and reason type of question. Assertion: neural organization become complex in vertebrates as compared to invertebrates. Yes, this one is right. Reason: the ganglion in insects acts as a brain. Yes, this one is also correct, but there is not correct explanation of that. Reason is not correct explanation of assertion. So here we will go with option B. Next, from human neural system, 10th one. The two major divisions of human neural system are central nervous system, that is CNS, and what? PNS, peripheral nervous system. CNS comprises what? Brain and then spinal cord. It serves as the site of the information processing and then control, whereas PNS, it comprises all the nerves of the body associated with the CNS. Okay, now it is further divided into somatic neural system and then autonomic neural system. So here the right option will be option C, CNS and then PNS. Next, 11th question. Consider the following statements. Central nervous system is major site of information processing. Yes, this one is true. B. Central nervous system is composed of brain and then cranial nerve. This one is wrong, because central nervous system include cranial nerve. Brain, not the cranial nerve, isn't it? Cranial nerve is the part of what? PNS. This is the part of PNS, not the CNS. This is the part of PNS, not the part of CNS. So here the right option is option A. Next, 12th question. The major structural component of peripheral nervous system is, that is PNS, is spinal cord, nerves, visceral organs, all of this. So here the right option is option B, nerves. Next, 13th one. Which part of the brain controls body temperature, hunger and then thirst? Cerebrum, cerebellum, hypothalamus, medulla oblongata. So here the right option is option C. Next question, 14th one. The nerves fiber of PNS are afferent, both afferent and efferent. D. Only motor. So here the right option is C, both afferent and Afferent. Afferent means sensory fibers that they carry impulses from sensory receptors like skin and then variety of the organs towards the central nervous system. Whereas efferent means what? They are the motor fibers, means these carry regulate the impulses. Okay, regulatory impulses they carry away from the CNS to the affected organs like muscles, glands and all. Next, 15th question. Saltatory conduction of nerve impulse occurs in saltatory conduction of nerve impulse occurs in A. Non myelinated nerve fiber, B. Myelinated nerve fiber, C. Dendrites and then D. Cell body. So here the right option is option B. So here the next question is question number 16. Consider the following statements. Number 1. Two major divisions of CNS are somatic neural system and then autonomic neural system. This one is wrong because they are not the major divisions of CNS, they are the major divisions of what? PNS. So next, both somatic and autonomic neural systems are antagonistic in their function. No, this one is also wrong because antagonism typically describes the relationship between the sympathetic and then parasympathetic divisions within the autonomous system itself. So the somatic system and then autosomatic or else autonomic system, I can say, serves different functions, roles, rather than being the antagonistic to the each other. That's what this one is the wrong. So here the right option will be, that is both are false. Next, 17th question. Select the correct statement. Option A. Somatic neural system consists of both afferent and efferent nerves. Both afferent and efferent nerve. Yes, this one is wrong actually. Both somatic and autonomic systems utilize both type of fibers, that is sensory input and then motor output. So this one is wrong. B. Autonomic neural system consists of only different fibers. Now this one is also wrong. C. Only efferent nerves are found in somatic and autonomic neural system. Wrong, because both afferent and efferent nerves are present in the both of the somatic and autonomic systems. And then D. Both afferent and efferent fibers are found in somatic and autonomic neural system. Yes, this one is right. So 17th one, right option is D. Next, 18th. The two divisions of autonomic nervous systems are A. Antagonistic to each other, B. Complementary to each other, C. Highly reduced and non-functional in humans, D. Functional as a single system in humans. So here the right option is option A. They are antagonistic to each other. That is ANS, autonomic nervous system, are the sympathetic and then parasympathetic nerve system. They are generally considered as antagonistic because they have opposite effect on the same organs to maintain the internal balance. Okay now. So the next question comes, that is 19th one. Visceral nervous system within the human body. First one is division of peripheral nervous system. Yes, of course, this is correct. Visceral nervous system is a part of what? PNS. Second one is a division of CNS. No, this one is not. Then third one consists of nerve fibers and ganglia, right? Carry impulses from one visceral organ to the another. Yes, this one is also right. So 1, 3 and then 4 is right. The right option is C. 20th question. Which component of the neural system would control the functioning of the heart and stomach? Heart and then stomach. So here, A. Somatic neural system, B. Only sympathetic nervous system, C. Only parasympathetic nervous system, D. Both. So here the right option is D. So here sympathetic is also called as, you people already know, fight and flight, and then parasympathetic is also called as rest and digest, isn't it? Next, 21st question. Match the following column 1 with column 2. Afferent fiber, that is afferent fiber A, afferent fiber, what it is, it carries impulse, isn't it? It carries impulse towards the CNS. So A is 4. A is 4 means 2 options is there. So this one is eliminated, this one is eliminated. Let's go with B. Somatic neural system. Somatic neural system, voluntary controlled muscle. This is voluntarily controlled muscle. So B is 3. So the right option is C. Then autonomical neural system, obviously it is for 2. As we came to know the answer, C is 1 and then D is 2. Next question, question number 22. Resting membrane potential is mainly due to A. Diffusion of Na plus out, diffusion of K plus out, active transport of sodium into the cell, D. Equal distribution of ions. So here the right option is option B, diffusion of potassium ions out. Next question, assertion and reason type. Assertion: a person would not be able to perceive hot or cold sensation if afferent fibers of the PNS are degenerated in him. Yes, this one is true. Next, B. All the afferent nerve systems are motor nerves. No, this one is false. Afferent nerve fibers are sensory nerves. Afferent nerve fibers are one of that function as a motor nerves. So this is the false one. Here assertion is true but the reason is what? False. So we will go with the option C. Next question, that is question number 24. Assertion: autonomic nervous system is controlled voluntarily by humans. No, this is false, because the ANS regulates involuntary physical processes like heart rate, digestion and respiratory rate. Voluntary control is handled by the somatic nervous system, not by the autonomic. Okay. Next reason: all the muscular activities are inhibited by sympathetic nervous system. This one is also false. The sympathetic nervous system is responsible for the fight and flight response. That is, while it may be inhibit the certain activities like digestion, it stimulates the others such as increasing heart rate and then dilating the bronchioles. So this one is also wrong. So both here they are wrong. The option, both are false. Both are false. You can go with this and let us write as false here. So the D. Next, 25th question from neuron and structural and functional unit of neural system. 25th one, the basic structural component of the neuron are A. cell body and axon, B, cell body and dendrites, C, axon and dendrites, D, cell body, axon and dendrites, all. So the right option is D. Next question, 26th one. Identify the incorrect matches paired of the cell organelles found in neuron and its functions. Nucleus contain DNA, B, mitochondria, that is energy production, C, Golgi apparatus, that is protein synthesis, D, lysosomes and then scavenger of the neuron. Which is incorrectly matched, he is asking. So here among them incorrectly matched is C, that is Golgi apparatus. Golgi apparatus function is modification, packaging, isn't it? It's called as packaging organ. So here he is given protein synthesis. Protein synthesis is with respect to the RNAs, rRNA. Next question, 27th one. Neurons differ from a typical cell because of the presence of A, nucleus, B, Nissel's granules, C, protein synthesizing machinery, D, microfilaments. See here the right option is Nissel's granules. Neurons differ from a typical cell because of the presence of Nissel's granules. While the neurons share many of the common organelles with the typical cells like nucleolus, protein synthesizing machinery and microfilaments, yes, they possess unique structural called what? Nissel's granules. Next, 28th one. Bit fast I will be today because many questions are there, 190 questions are there for today's session, so I am going bit fast, don't mind that. Yeah, I will try to be explain very smooth in between this time because questions are too much there today. 190 questions are there to discuss, so I am going bit fast. Okay, 28th one. Nissel's bodies are mainly composed of A, protein and lipids, B, DNA and RNA, C, nucleic acids and SER, D, free ribosomes and RER. So here the right option is free ribosomes and RER, rough endoplasmic reticulum and free ribosomes. Next question, that is question 29th one. The dendrites of the neuron are A, long unbranched processes associated with the cell body and the axon, B, short highly branched processes of the cell body, C, long branched processes of cell body, D, short and then unbranched process of the cell body and then axon. So here the right option is option B. 30th question. Which of the following characteristic is correct about the dendrites? A, non-functional degenerating axon, non-functional degenerating axon. Next, B, involved in carrying impulse away from the cell body, C, involved in transmitting impulses towards the cell body, D, involves in transmitting impulse towards and away from the cell body. So here the right one is D. Next, 31st question. The only similarity between the cell body and dendrite is presence of Golgi bodies, Nissel's granules, nucleus and mitochondria. So here the right option is option B, Nissel's granules. 32. While studying the structural details of the neuron, how would you distinguish an axon from the dendrites? A, axon is long process whose distal end is branched. D, dendrites are branched irregularly while the axons give off the long branched alternatively. C, axons consist of Nissel's granules while the dendrons do not. D, axons are numerous while each neuron contains only 2 dendrites. So here the right option is axon is a long process whose distal end is branched. A is correct here. 33. Synaptic knob. Synaptic knob is terminal bulb-like structure of the dendrites and axons. No, because synaptic knob, which is also called as terminal button, are a bulb-like structure which are found exactly at the end of the axons. Okay, not the dendrons. They are given at the dendrons. They are given. This one is wrong. This, they are present at the end of the axons, not the dendrons. 2. Contains neurotransmitter filled vesicles. Yes, this one is correct. They contains the neurotransmitter filled vesicles. 3. Is a protoplasmic extension of the cell body. It is a protoplasmic extension of cell body is given. This one is incorrect. By actually, while axon and then dendrites are extension of the cell body, the synaptic knob specifically refers to the specialized terminus of the axon branch. It's a terminus of axon branch. So here, which of the following option is most appropriate? So here we will go with the option C, that is only 2 is correct. Next, 34th one. Consider the following statement, that is A. Axon carries impulses away from the cell body. Yes. B. The synaptic knob of the axon are found in contact with the neuromuscular junction. Yes, this one is also true. Both are true, A and B. So here which one is correct? Both A and B are true. So C is right. Question number 35 refers to the given diagram of the structure of a neuron and identify A, B and then C. Select the correct option. This is the structure of neuron. Here A, B and C we must identify. A is dendrite. So A dendrite is there. Yes. B is nucleus, and then C is Nusselt's granule. So the right option is option D. Next, match the following type of question. Match the column 1 with column 2. So here, neurotransmitter, option A, column 1, that is neurotransmitter, it contains synaptic knob. Yes, neurotransmitter is for synaptic knob. So A is 3. A is 3 means A is eliminated and then D is eliminated. Nusselt's granule is for rhizosomal granules. A B is 1. Next, dendrites, it is for short and branched. C is 2. So the right option is option C. Next, 37th question. On what basis neurons are classified as unipolar, bipolar and multipolar? So here, transmission of impulse, no, number of axons and dendrites, sensory or motor natures, and then D, number of nucleus within the cell body. So here the right option is option B, number of axons and dendrites. So here the unipolar will be for commonly for sensory neurons, that is one process, and bipolar is two processes, one axon and then one dendrites. Multipolar is many processes like one axon and multiple dendrites, that is mostly common type of what, CNS. So next one, that is 38th question. A neuron with one axon and one dendrite is known as, just now we said about that, isn't it? A neuron with one axon and one dendrite is known as what? Bipolar. Next, 39th one. A multiple neuron contains multiple dendrites, isn't it? Yes. Next, 40th one. Select the correct statement regarding unipolar neurons. A. It contains cell body only. B. It contains one dendrite and one axon. C. It contains one dendrites and one cell body only. D. It contains one axon only. So here the right option is option D. Next, match the following question. Types of neurons and then location. A here, multipolar neuron, and its location is cerebral complex. So A is 3. A is 3 is there only in one option, so the right option will be option A itself. And then B, bipolar neuron is for 2, retinal of eyes, and the unipolar neuron is embryonic stage. C is 1, B is 2, and then A is 3. Next question, that is question number 42. Consider the following statements. Myelinated and non-myelinated neurons are differentiated on the basis of types of neurons. Yes, this is true. Humans contain only myelinated neurons. This is false, because the human nervous system contains both myelinated and non-myelinated. So A is true and then B is false. The right option is option A. Next, 43th question. The myelin sheath around the axon is formed by osteocytes and astrocytes, and squam cells. C, squam cells and then oligodendrocytes. D, oligodendrocytes and then osteoclasts. So here the right option is option C. Next, 44th one. Nodes of Ranvier are granulated bodies in cytoplasm, gaps between adjacent myelin sheath on the axons, modulated bodies at the ends of the dendrites, and then the vesicles at the terminal ends of the axon. So here the right option is option B. Next one, 45. Myelinated neurons are found in cranial nerves. Option A is cranial nerves. Option B, spinal nerves. Option C, nerves of ANS. Option D, cranial and spinal nerves. So here the right option is cranial and spinal nerve. 46th question. Consider the following statement. Unmyelinated nerve fibers are commonly found in the cranial nerves. B, unmyelinated nerves fibers transmit impulse at the slower rate. Select the correct option. Here both A and B are true. So the right option is option A. Next, assertion and reason type of question. 47th question. Here the axons of neurons can receive signals from other neurons. Yes, this one is false, because in typical neuron dendrites receives incoming signals, while the axon is specialized for the transmitting the signals away from the cell body to other neurons or else muscles. So reason, a multipolar neuron contains numerous axons. This one is true. So here assertion is false and the reason is true. The D is right. Next, again assertion and reason type of question. 48th one. Assertion, the speed of nerve impulse along the axon would slow down in the absence of the squam cells. Yes, this one is true. And then reason, squam cells are abundantly found in cells body of the neurons. No, squam cells are associated with the axons of the neurons to provide myelination. They are not found in the cell body. Okay, now. So this is the wrong one. So 48th one, the right option will be option C. So the next question, from the generation, conduction and then transmission of the nerve impulses. Here select the incorrect statement. Incorrect statement he is asking. Neurons possess the excitability due to their polarized membranes. Yes, this one is right. B, neural membrane contains different types of the ion channels. This one is also right. And then C, a resting neuron is not permeable to any ion. This one is wrong. This is false actually, because in the resting state the membrane of the preferential permeable to potassium ion. They are preferentially permeable to potassium ion and nearly impermeable to sodium ions. So this one is wrong. This C is wrong. So for this, right option will be C. Next question, that is question number 50. Here, the potential difference across an axonal membrane during rest is maintained by sodium and chloride ion, sodium and potassium ion, potassium and chloride ion, sodium and HCO3 ions. So here the right option is option B, sodium and potassium ions. Next 51st question. The resting axonal membrane is permeable to potassium ions. Yes, this one is correct. Permeable to sodium ions. This one is incorrect because it is impermeable. Okay, na? It is not permeable, it is impermeable. Third one, impermeable to negatively charged proteins of exoplasm. So this one is also correct. So among them, select the correct option. So here 1 and 3 are correct. 1 and 3 are correct. So D option is correct. Next 52. Consider the following statements. A. At rest, the exoplasm inside the axon contain low concentration of potassium ions. This one is wrong because it contains not the low concentration, the concentration will be high. B. The concentration gradient across the axonal membrane is generated due to the different concentration of sodium and potassium ions across it. So this one is right, this one is wrong. So A is false and then B is true. C is correct. Next 53. When a neuron is not conducting any impulse, that is resting, axonal membrane is comparatively more permeable to potassium and impermeable to sodium. Just now we thought, so this one is right. Impermeable to negatively charged proteins present in the exoplasm. This one is also right. So both are right. Right option here it is C. 54th one. In a resting axonal membrane, both outside and inside fluid is positively charged. No. Both outside and inside fluid is negatively charged. No. Outside fluid is positively charged while inside fluid is negatively charged. This one is right. So 54th right option is option C. Next question, that is question number 55. Match the following column 1 with column 2. Sodium ions during resting stage, they will be more outside and less inside, isn't it? A is 2. So A and B among them. Potassium ions during resting stage is more inside and less outside. That is first one. So A is 2 and then B is 1. C is, that is action potential. It is action potential is depolarized membrane. So C is 3 and then D is 4. So the right option here it is the B, 2, 1, 3, 4. Next 56th question. What change would you find in the polarized membrane after a stimulus is applied at a particular point? The whole membrane becomes impermeable to the sodium ions. At the point P, the membrane allows movement of the sodium and then potassium equally, and then C, at the point P, the membrane becomes permeable to sodium ions, and then D, at the point P, the membrane becomes impermeable to both sodium and then potassium ions. So here the right option is option C. Next one, that is 57th one. A depolarized axonal membrane contains A. Equal amount of sodium and potassium ions at the outside and then inside. B. Positive charge inside and then negative charge outside. This one is right. 58th one. Sodium and potassium pump. Sodium and potassium pump. 1. Needs energy to work. And second one, expels 3 sodium for every 2 potassium ions imported. This one is also correct. 3. Works against a concentration gradient. Yes. Maintains resting potential. Yes, this one is also so. All these statements are right with regarding to sodium potassium pump, so all are correct. Next, 59th one. Consider the following statement. The stimulus induced increased increased permeability of sodium ions help in the conduction of the action potential. So this one is right. Increased permeability of the potassium ions helps to restore the resting potential of the membrane. This one is also right. So both are right. Both A and B are right. Next, 60th question. The synaptic vesicle, column 1, synaptic vesicle is A is for containing neurotransmitter. A is 2. And then B, receptor of for postsynaptic membrane, it is to bind to neurotransmitter. That is B is 1. And then C, electrical synapses, where it's slow conduction of the neural impulses. C is 4. C is 4. So the right option is B. Next question, question number 61. Which of the following set of structures constitute a synapse? A. Axon terminal, synaptic vesicle and then receptor. Presynaptic and then postsynaptic membrane. Synaptic cleft, receptor and then postsynaptic membrane. D. Presynaptic membrane, synaptic cleft and then postsynaptic membrane. So here the right option is option D. Next, 62. During an action potential, impulse is conducted along the axons, right? Sodium ions move outwards. No, this is wrong because sodium ion moves inwards, not outwards. Permeability of the membrane to potassium ions decreases. This is also wrong because it's not decreases, it increases. So here only one is right. So the right option is D. Next, 63 question, transmission of the impulse. 63, that is synapse is a junction between. Synapse is a junction between A. 2 neurons, B. CNS and then PNS, C. spinal cord and then nerve, D. cell body and then axon. So here the right option is option A, that is 2 neurons. Next, select the incorrect statement. 64th question. A. Synaptic cleft is not necessarily found between all the neurons. This one is correct. Next, B. At synapse, the impulse travels along the single direction, that is from the presynaptic to the postsynaptic membrane. Yes. C. Electrical synapses are rare in human body. Yes, this one is also correct. And then D. Chemical synapses are faster than the electrical synapses. This is incorrect because electrical synapses allow the direct flow of current, isn't it, making them nearly instantaneous. That is, chemical synapses are slower because they require the release of the diffusion and then binding of the neurotransmitters. So for the 64th, right option will be option D. Next one, 65 question. The chemical found in the synaptic cleft are known as prohormones, hormones, neurotransmitters, proenzymes. So here the right option is option C. 66. Consider the following statement. A neurotransmitter helps in the transmission of the impulses at the chemical synapses. So this one is right. Neurotransmitter have no role in electrical synapses. So select the correct statement he is asking. B is also right. So both A and B are true. So the right option is option D. Next, 67th question. The neurotransmitter filled synaptic vesicle are found in postsynaptic membrane, receptor sites of postsynaptic vesicle, and then C is axoterminal, and then D is tips of dendrites. So here the right option is option C, axoterminal. Diagram is given, and from the following diagram of the axon, terminal and synapse, identify at least two correctly labeled structure. So among them, A is neurotransmitter, that is a chemical released into the synaptic cleft. A is what? Neurotransmitter. And B is synaptic vesicle. C is postsynaptic membrane, and then D is sodium ions. So here D is sodium ion is correct, and A is neurotransmitter is correct. So right option is option D. Next, 69th one. To release the neurotransmitter, synaptic vesicles get burst open. Incorrect. Synaptic vesicles do not burst, they fuse. Okay. Next, require stimulation through the action potential. Yes, this one is correct. And third one, get digested by the lysosome at axon terminals. This one is incorrect, because while lysosomes do degenerate old cellular components, this is not the mechanism for the neurotransmitter released here. So how many of them are most appropriate one? Here you can go with the option 2 is correct, B. Next, 70th one. Receptor sites for the neurotransmitters are present on membrane of the synaptic vesicles, presynaptic membrane, C tips of the axons, D postsynaptic membrane. So here the right option is option D, postsynaptic membrane. Next, 27th one. The opening of ion channels on the postsynaptic membrane generates A excitatory potential, B inhibitory potential, C either A and or B, D no action potential. So here the right option is option C, either A or B. Next, 72th one, assertion and reason type of the question. Here assertion, neurons are excitable cells, right? And then B, the membranes of neurons remain in polarized state. This one is also right. So here the right option will be option A. Next question, that is question number 73. Again, assertion and reason type of question. The resting axonal membrane possesses positive charge outside. Yes, this one is right. The connection of potassium ions is higher outside and axonal membrane at the rest. This one is false, because the concentration of potassium ion is higher inside. He is given outside, but it is inside. So here the right option will be C, because assertion is true and then reason is false. Next, 74th one. Synaptic cleft is the point of fusion of the presynaptic and postsynaptic membrane of the synapse. So here this one is false, because the synaptic cleft actually, that is a gap between the presynaptic and postsynaptic membrane. They do not fuse actually. Here the fusion is given. Next reason, impulse transmission across chemical synapse is faster than that across the electrical synapse. This one is also wrong, because electrical synapses are the significantly faster, because impulse flow directly from the one neuron to the next through the gap junction. That's what this, both are what? False. So here the right option will be, both assertion and reasons are false among them. So let me make this one as false, so that we can go with this D. Next, from the central nervous system, that is CNS, 75th question. Consider the following statements. Brain is a central control system of human body. Yes, this is true. Brain can control both voluntary movements and then functioning of the vital involuntary organs. Yes, this one is also true. So here both are true. Right option is D. Next question, question number 76. Select the incorrect statement. Brain is protected by skull. Yes, this one is correct. Human brain can regulate. Human brain can regulate. That is correct. Yes, the hypothalamus regulates the thermoregulation, and the pineal gland manages the circadian rhythm, isn't it? So this one is correct. The brain can regulate thermoregulation and then circadian rhythms of the body. See, inside the skull, humans possess two cranial meninges. This one is incorrect, because humans actually possess three cranial meninges, not the two. He is given only two. That is dura mater, arachnoid matter and pia mater. D. Processing of vision and then speech occur in human brain. Yes, this one is correct. That is the occipital lobe process vision, and then specialized area like Broca's and Wernicke's area are processed for the speech. So which one is incorrect? Means C is incorrect. Next, 77th one. The cranial meanings from outer to the inner region of the brain are A. Dura mater, arachnoid, pia mater. B. Pia mater, dura mater and arachnoid. C. Arachnoid, pia mater and then dura mater. D. Arachnoid, dura mater and then pia mater. So here the right option is option A. Next question, that is question number 78. Which cranial meninges is in contact with brain tissue? A. Dura mater and arachnoid. B. Arachnoid and pia mater. C. Pia mater and then D is dura mater. So here the right option is option C. Next, 79th question. All the given structures are included in forebrain except A. Cerebrum, B. Hypothalamus, C. Pons and then D is thalamus. So here the right option is option C. Pons is actually the part of what? Hindbrain, not the forebrain. Next, 80th question. Cerebrum, that is match the following question. Cerebrum, which is matching to the major part of the human brain, that is A is 2 means the right option is B. Cerebral cortex is for 1, that is gray matter of the brain, and then corpus callosum is 3, tract of nerve fiber, and then association area, neither sensory nor motor function. Next question, 81. The two longitudinal cerebral hemispheres are connected by cerebral cortex, association area, corpus callosum, corpus albicans. So here the right option is option C, corpus callosum. This is the large bundle of the nerve fibers, that is white matter, that acts as a primary communication bridge between the left and then right cerebral hemisphere. Next, cerebral cortex 82-1. Cerebral cortex is a outer folded layer of the cerebrum. Yes, this one is right. So cerebral cortex is the outer folded layer of the cerebrum. Next, 83. Select the correct statement regarding cerebral cortex. A. It is white in appearance due to the presence of axons in it. It is the white matter in appearance due to the presence of the axons in it. B. It is white in appearance due to the presence of cell bodies of the neurons. C. It is grey in appearance due to the presence of the cell bodies of the neurons. So this one is the correct statement. Next, 84th question. The cerebral cortex contains A. Motor area, B. Sensory area, C. Motor and sensory area, D. Motor, sensory and association area. So here the right option is option D. Next, 85th question. The inner region of cerebral hemisphere is grey in appearance. B. Contains axonal fibers covered by myelin sheath. Contains cell bodies of the neurons, both B and C. So here the right option is option B, contains axonal fibers covered by myelin sheath. Next, so here the next question is question number 86. Refer the diagram showing sagittal section of the human brain. Identify the parts labeled from the A to D. What is A, B, C and then D here? A is thalamus. This one is thalamus. This is cerebrum. See, this one is medulla and then this is cerebellum. So the right option is option D. Next question. Question number 87. Thalamus in human brain is surrounded by cerebrum. Yes, it is true. Acts as a major coordinating center for sensory motor signals. This one is also true. And is under the direct control of hypothalamus. This one is wrong, because hypothalamus lies below the thalamus. Thalamus is not under its direct control. In fact, many regulatory processes involved hypothalamus sending signals through or in coordination with the thalamus. So this one is not true. Only 1 and 2 are correct here. So here the right option is A. Next question. Question number 88. The structure found at the base of the thalamus is vestigial organ, controls urge of the eating and the drinking, involved in the thermoregulation, and then D, both B and C. So here the right option is option D. Both B and C are correct. Next, 89th one. Hypothalamic hormones are secreted by glial cells, schwann cells, oligodendrocytes, neurosecretory cells. So here the right option is option C, neurosecretory cells. Next, 90th question. Which part of the brain is responsible for thermoregulation? A. Hypothalamus, B. Corpus callosum, C. Medulla oblongata, and then D. Cerebrum. So here the right option is hypothalamus. For the thermoregulation, hypothalamus is responsible. Next, 91st question. Which of the following structure or region is incorrectly paired with its function? A. Medulla oblongata controls respiratory and then cardiovascular reflex. Yes, this one is correct. Next, B. Limbic system consists of fiber tract that interconnect different regions of the brain, controls movement. This is incorrect because the limbic system is primarily involved in the emotional regulation, motivation, and then memory. So this one is wrong here. Incorrectly paired means, so B is right. Next, 92th question. Limbic system within human brain is found A. at the base of the brain system, B. inner portion of cerebral hemisphere, C. adjacent to cerebellum, D. above the cerebral cortex. So here the right option is inner portion of the cerebral hemisphere. Next, 93. All the listed structure are parts of limbic system except A. hippocampus. Yes, this is right, and it is very essential for formation of the new memories, isn't it? Next, amygdala, and it is involved in the process of emotions, particularly fear and then aggressiveness. Whereas medulla is, that is medulla oblongata, it is a part of brain stem, isn't it? So here the right option is option C. And whereas hypothalamus, it acts as a link between nervous system and then endocrine system, regulating the emotional response and then physical homeostasis. So this one is also included in the limbic system. So for the 93, correct option is C. 94th, consider the following statements, that is A and then B. Limbic system regulates endocrine activities along with the hypothalamus. Yes, this is true. B. Limbic system helps to regulate excitement, pleasure, rage and then fear. Yes, this one is also right. Both are right. So the right option is option B. Next, 95. Match the following, column 1 with column 2. Hypothalamus, that is for 2, whereas white matter, that is inner part of the cerebral, that is B is 1 and then A is 2, B is 1. So the right option is option B. Next question, that is question number 96. Cerebral aqueduct is found in forebrain, midbrain, hindbrain, and in between forebrain and then midbrain. So here the right option is option B, midbrain. 97. Corpo quadrigena are A. a 4 rounded swelling at dorsal portion of the midbrain. This one itself is the right. 98th one. Which of the following structure is now not found in hindbrain? Pons, cerebellum, medulla and hippocamp. So here the right option is option D, hippocamp. 99. What is the function of pons? A. It convey information from midbrain to target organs. It controls involuntary smooth muscles and voluntary skeletal muscles. C. It interconnects different regions of the brain. Yes, this is the right. So the 100th question, that is, how can cerebellum be differentiated from the pons of the hindbrain? A. Cerebellum has white matter outside while the pons contains grey matter outside. B. Cerebellum has highly convoluted surface while the pons contain fiber tract. So this one is the right. So this is the last question for today's class, that is the 100th question, that is centuryth question. Thank you for today's class. Bye bye.